Hi, welcome to Fit to be Ann. This is Ann. First, I want to tell you a story and then talk to you about strengths, weaknesses, and personal kryptonite. So, I walked into an advanced yoga class recently. Before I could take the class, a little I got asked quite a few questions by the instructor about my experience in yoga. It was my first advanced yoga class. I started to wonder whether I could take this class, whether I was flexible enough to take it, or whether it was too difficult for me, which made me pretty uncomfortable. I get into the class, and some of the women were starting to warm up. So I see a woman get into a headstand. Never done a headstand. And so I was like, oh shoot, I don't think I'm good enough for this class. It started to go through my head. Then I see a woman get into down dog, and this woman could bend like a pretzel. Her head was on the ground, her bottom was in the air, while her heels of her feet were completely connected. And I'm like, oh no, because I am not that flexible. I do yoga to increase my flexibility, but my body is not all stretched out yet. And so for an advanced class, I didn't think that I was going to be good enough or could do what they did. So class started, and I did what they told me to. It was a lot of new stuff I'd never done before. It was a different form of yoga than I'm used to. But I started to notice as we started to get into the much more advanced versions of what they were teaching, I was one of two that was able to achieve the final pose. And I realized it was because I'm really strong. And who's like, woohoo! So I may not be flexible, but I am dang strong. So I came home and I'm like, Frank, I'm strong. I didn't know how strong I was. But honestly, I've been told I was strong since I was young. I would go work out with friends, lift weights. They'd been working out for years, and I just go pick up things, and they were weights they could barely do, and took forever to get to that level. So I realized that strength is one of my strengths. And I've known for a long time that flexibility is an issue for me. I started to think about those three things we talked about last week, which are the three foundations of an athlete, is flexibility, strength, and cardio. You have a certain level that you're just born with. Some people are able to throw their body into a downward dog and it's perfect on the first try. They are naturally very flexible. Other people can, lift those weights like no one else when they first start out. And then there are other people who are able to run miles and miles. And so you have these physical abilities and strengths. From there, you choose what exercise you want to do. Some people, it seems, really seem to focus on their strength and work on that. You often see people who are they are cardio addicts, or they're weightlifters, or they're yogis, but you rarely see them pull all three together. And in fact, when you get into the real staunch, like yogis, or the really staunch weightlifters, it almost seems like they don't want you to do anything else but that. But I believe that you need a strong foundation, and that each of those builds on each other to create a more athletic you. Pure athleticism for your life. Are you able to carry those groceries in with no effort? Are you able to bend over and play with your grandchild and get on the floor with them? These are just things that need to be part of your physicality to create a positive life. So it's really important, I think, to understand those strengths, understand those weaknesses, and make sure that you build into your physical routine things that will promote your weaknesses and your strengths at the same time.